Hey guys, we are going to break up the beginning of lesson 3 about eclipses into a couple of parts that we read. So what you see in front of you here is your science notebook. So it is the science notebook for lesson 3, eclipse and tide. So go ahead and mark shadows, the umbra and the penumbra. Go ahead and mark that in orange. And then we will scroll down and we will mark solar eclipses in green. So those are the two parts of our textbook that we are going to read today. All right, so let's go into our reading essentials and mark those as well. So I've already marked the orange for the shadows and the umbra, and then the solar eclipses in green. Okay, all right. A shadow forms when one object blocks the light that another object emits or reflects. So we've seen shadows before, okay? For example, a tree blocks light from the sun and casts a shadow. To stand in the shadow of a tree, you must place yourself with the tree in a line between you and the sun. Look carefully at a shadow on the ground on a bright sunny day. You will notice that the edges of a shadow are not as dark as the rest of the shadow. Light from the sun and other wide light sources cast shadows with two parts. Let's go ahead and mark that. Okay, so we have a vocab word here. The umbra is the central, darker part of a shadow where light is totally blocked. The penumbra is the lighter part of a shadow where light is partially blocked. So knowing these parts of the shadow are going to be really helpful when we go to talk about eclipses, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and do our notebook for this section. I have already gone ahead and written in the definitions. The umbra is the central, darker part of a shadow in which light is totally blocked. And then the penumbra is the lighter part of a shadow in which light is partially blocked. So make sure you stop this video and get this typed in. All right, so when we look at the light source, we have a ball and we have a flashlight. So it is casting two parts on a shadow. So the darker part right here, that is the penumbra, the darker part of that shadow. And then the penumbra would be our lighter part of our shadow, like so, okay? So that is going to come into play when we talk about eclipses, all right? So make sure you have this filled in